80. The Hypergamy Chronicles, or How Mom Made Los Alamos Look Like a Soap Opera. So there I was, deep in the heart of Utah, miles away from any semblance of normalcy, pondering the great cosmic questions of life. You know, the usual, why do socks always disappear in the dryer? Who actually invented kale? And why are we pretending it's food? But mostly, I was thinking about Mom. Ah, Mom. You know, the woman who had somehow managed to warp my understanding of reality into something resembling a Shakespearean tragedy, but with more spandex and fewer soliloquies. I had always dreamt about having a baby with her don't ask. It was complicated, and probably a result of too many reruns of Full House. But I didn't realize that my vision of motherhood would come wrapped in so many layers of existential dread. She had dropped the mask completely, and I was left standing there, staring at a woman who was every bit as enigmatic as the Mona Lisa. If Mona Lisa had been into high heels and late-night rendezvous with mysterious men who didn't really care to know her favorite color. To be clear, I wasn't shocked by her ability to be both motherly and maddening, because that was just Mom. But the sheer audacity of her made me wonder if I had somehow stepped into a weird soap opera set in the deserts of New Mexico, a town so small that everyone's secrets were just one margarita away from being public knowledge. Los Alamos, the land of nuclear scientists, old-timey cowboys, and, evidently, the kind of men who would lower their standards for someone like Mom. Grandma had been right. Mom was never going to be a Los Alamos housewife. She didn't fit in with the town's mild-mannered, geology and fishing-crazy residents. While the average Los Alamos woman spent her days swapping casserole recipes and lamenting the lack of good hiking trails, Mom was, well, Mom. She was the only one in the area who looked like she belonged in a music video about women who weren't afraid to take the world by storm. Or maybe a perfume commercial that was way too avant-garde for anyone's comfort. I realized, with a sinking heart, that it wasn't just the men who found her captivating. It was the entire town. People couldn't figure her out. They'd stare. They'd whisper. They'd ask me who she was and why she was here, like I had any clue. I would shrug and say something vague like, "Oh, she's just Mom." And that's when the uncomfortable silence would descend. Because, let's face it, Mom wasn't a simple concept to explain. How do you explain a woman who's like a mystery novel, but only the first chapter is in English and the rest is written in hieroglyphs? And then there was the other thing, the thing I didn't want to admit to myself, but I had to: hypergamy. It was like this word that had been floating in the back of my mind for years, always lurking there like a shadowy figure, but I had never really paid attention to it until now. It was, as the dictionary would have you know, when a woman is always on the lookout for someone better, and that was Mom in a nutshell. She was a woman who could never quite be satisfied by what she had, always eyeing the next upgrade. And she didn't even need a type. The way she'd flutter into a room, flirt with the janitor, make eye contact with a passing scientist, that was her brand.